Dancehall
We rockin', we rockin', we rockin', we rockin'.
Well, I'm just excited. First of all, my name is Kamau. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be here. Dancehall.soca.com, big up every time. I'm just excited to be a part of, you know, the movement and just kind of like getting involved with like new artists I never work with. I don't really have like this big like overarching strategy yet, except to just sort of like put out quality music, like make a contribution to the art form. I'm from the West Indies, from the Virgin Islands, you know what I'm saying, the BVI, Tortola. So that's in my blood. And those of you, any of you who know me, know I also produce hip hop and R&B as well with my partner Clinton Sparks. So it's like I put out quality music in that genre, and I just wanted to be a part of like our own music and put out music and just work with some of the best in every industry. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I would say everything I do, but most of what I do has a touch of crossover in it because I feel like I'm a bridge. If you want to say why I describe myself as being a bridge. Because in the soca world, I'm from it because I grew up playing reggae, calypso, and these things. So, and I'm also in the hip hop world and the R&B world. I mean, officially, like I have, you know, official releases, hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. So, I try to bridge those worlds. I'll take some vibes from over here, put it over there, take some vibes from over there, and bring it over here. And I try to do it in a way where it's still the quality of that music. It's still like the essence of the music, so it doesn't sound like something else. But it just has that little extra to it that you're like, oh, that's interesting, that's fresh, you know, because it's our job as producers, you know, a lot of the other great producers out there too, to sort of like just push the art form forward, you know, with the music we do and not just to necessarily make the same thing. You're going to make the quality music that people like to hear, but it's our job to sort of like just broaden it out, to bring it to the world, you know, and soca is one of the genres that hasn't really broken on a worldwide level yet. And that's what every single artist and every single producer, that's all the job, well, you know, we undertaking right now. Let's start it off like this. If the one of the most one of my most proud things that I produce is this record. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Cause her son had been shot down in the street and died.
You know that's the Biggie Smalls and Bob Marley record off of Biggie Smalls' Final Duets chapter that I put out in 2005, and that was just a great opportunity. That was like the first like official big release I had, you know, working with Clinton Sparks and whatnot, and that was just like a really great opportunity to be able to work on that album. So after that, I've done stuff on Ludacris album. Most recently, right now, there's a record out by Plies called She Got It Made. You could check it on YouTube, you know, 106 and Park, you know, all the different outlets and whatnot, and go pick up the album, Goon Affiliated. I produced that track with Clinton Sparks and B Major, and that's that side of the world. There's a couple of, you know, productions I did and whatnot, but those are like some of the most notable ones right now. Clinton's manager is my line brother, frat brother. So I'm an Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Sigma chapter, and we pledged together. And then all of a sudden, after he graduated Northeastern, he started managing Clinton. He wasn't doing music at all. He just started doing music, and I was trying to get my thing going with my productions. He was like, "Yo, why don't you meet up with Clinton?" So he, you know, put us together in the studio. We clicked. We vibe really good on making beats and whatnot, and then from there it was like, yo, we just, you know, been a team since. Started producing like back in high school, you know, like me and my cousin Kerry, you know, in high school we used to rap and stuff like that, and then, you know, we used to make our own beats, like, you know, we had a little drum machine and whatnot. I always knew I could make beats, and then when I went to school, I more focused on playing sax. I went to Berkeley, and I was playing a lot of jazz, and then around the end of that, I met up with like Ryan Leslie in Boston, and he kind of, when I met him first, I saw him like producing and making some beats, and he was like really impressing me. I was like, yo, I could make beats. I got all excited. I didn't have any beats, but I just knew I could make them. So it was kind of weird. It's like me running up to somebody saying, yo, I can make these tracks, and I have nothing I don't have no tracks, but I just know I could make them. So that's kind of strange. But I went in the lab that summer, started cooking up stuff, and you know, he helped me a little bit to shape my sound and whatnot. And from there, I remember that last year, I remember walking into one of my teacher's class and be like, yo, I think I figured out what it is I really want to do, which is production. And the great thing about production is that it pulls every musical talent that I have for playing different instruments, songwriting, and just you know, scoring, you know, being professionally trained. Everything that I can do, I can put it into production, and through production I have the power to work with anybody in the world, any artist in the world. If I'm just an artist, I can't necessarily, it might not make sense for me to work with certain people. Like, you know, let's say I'm a soca artist and I wanna make all-time favorite singers is like Sade. I don't see how the Kamau and Sade track is gonna work. But I could produce the track, play sax on it, you know, write the song. That would be perfect for Sade. And then try really hard to get it to her people, and you know what I mean? That could happen. So when I realized that through production I could touch everybody in the world if I wanted to, I was like, that's what I need to focus on. Well, I'll be honest, it's more like the new guys that I work with are either like friends I have, or they basically seek me out and like I didn't really know. Like Mary just hit me up like, yo, I want to get some music done. I was like, alright, well, if you're a serious guy, we could work. And from there we did the first record last year and did the album and whatnot, and that friendship built from there, and now he's my bona fide brethren. So same way with, like, you know, a lot of my other peeps in the business who are up and coming. It's just people who really, like, they heard one of my songs and they don't necessarily know me from anybody. I don't have like a big name, but they just heard the song and just respected the talent, and they just showed love. And then from there it's like I show love the same way, you know. So like, you know, got big up my brethren Mary Ferrari, like my boy Sis Wasey, you know what I'm saying, Raga Lyrical, you know, all them, Jadine, you know.
It's Kamau, and this one for all the...
I mean, I've always been performing and whatnot and writing songs, but what happened is I was really I'm a hip hop and production thing, and then I just used to have these songs in my head, and I used to just like, you know, the funny soca songs that had double meanings and stuff like that. So I used to have these ideas in my head. I used to write them, and I wasn't trying to focus on being a soca artist at the time. I didn't necessarily see it as something I wanted to put to the forefront of what I was doing. So I used to get into my friends, the songs, and sometimes the friends necessarily wouldn't see the vision for it, or they wouldn't understand how genius the song was. So I used to end up writing demos and singing the demo and playing it for them, and then people start hearing the demos and be like, why you want this part of songs, you know? One of my like the first song that basically made me known in the soca world was Network, and that was a song. When I came up with that concept and everything, I was trying to pitch it to my brother Jamesy P. Jamesy P is like my uncle, you know what I mean, like my big brother in soca. A lot of what I did early on is just emulating him, you know. So enough respect to him, and you know, I pitched the concept to him, and at first he didn't necessarily take to it, you know. But then after when he saw what it does, he jumped on the remix. He was like, all right, you know, respect, you know. And so, but those are songs I like. If you notice, all of my songs kind of have that kind of, you know, I just be grinning like this, and I want to make people smile with the music, you know. Whether it's cheese or bumper that talk to me, we love to see. Like that's my kind of music, man. I like to make stuff and make people smile. We love to see, right? Ladies, the female species is the most beautiful thing on the earth. You understand? It was put there. They are flowers. They just put there just to beautify the place. And all I'm saying is that myself and we as men, is nothing more that we love to see than you ladies. So ladies, pick up yourself. We love to see you. You gotta get that way. I'm not responsible for any other meanings that people's minds put to the lyrics. That is you and your dirty mind. I just write my song, and I'm not responsible for what you put into it. Why I didn't say. All right. The USVI and the BVI, where I'm from, you know what I mean, we have a distinct sound. we got a VI sound. Man. When it comes to like the soca music, it ain't really soca. I would call it something else. But we got a hard song. It's raw and it's just real wild, right? It ain't really singing. Well, it have a lot of like melody and a lot of like real like catchy melodies and whatnot, you know. But just real hard. The guys in it just come hard, and I try to pull some of that and touch it into the soca that I'm doing with artists from the wider Caribbean market to sort of bring that sound out. And that's why I named the rhythm. I dropped Total Rhythm, and it has elements of like the VI flavor. It's not all the way hardcore VI, you know, but it has elements of it. Because once again, I go back to being a bridge. I love our sound, and I want to try to take it and shine a light back, you know, by getting, you know, the top artists to jump on it. I also have to big up Alton Body, my brethren, you know what I'm saying, for dropping the ABX rhythm, which was the VA sound again, and getting, you know, all the biggest artists on it, you know, so large up Alton every time.
Well, you know, it's so.
Let me see, what can I touch, give you a little glimpse on. I just did my first road mix, Problem Child. I did my burning Problem Child. I did some work with Skinny Fabulous this, you know, just now. Respect everybody who was on the Total Rhythm, by the way. Nadia Batson. We about to drop Show in Winchester. Gonna mad it out. Lyrical Raga, my boy Super Mario. Anybody else I miss on there? That's everybody.
Yourself.
Yeah, of course myself. Mario Ferrari. You know. What can I play for you? What you want there?
You know
What you want here?
You know what I want to play. I want to hear already.
What you want here?
Road mix.
Alright, let me touch the Problem Child road mix.
Road mix. Kamau, this is the road mix. I don't wanna go to work. 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 What's about to jump up on the I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna go to work. What's about to jump up on the I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna go to work. Watch me. What's about to jump, 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 jump. More than jump, 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 jump. More than jump, jump, everybody,
That's all we're gonna play for now. I'm at the place. Yo, before we go, man, let me just show people like some of the stuff that I use in my studio, right? So
Okay.
I have a lot of producers, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking around, and people that I'm big on, like, you know, showing people, you know, helping people out with engineering
Okay.
and different stuff. Now I have my boy Rohan and Tizzy did some work in mixing on the album, and the song that Tizzy just dropped crazy. So big up that one time. But this is a studio. This is my baby. This is the first, you know, thing I had. What all I used to have was this, my Triton. So that's like the old school. I do most of my work on Logic and Pro Tools as far as like production. I have a laptop, not a tower, because I'm always traveling around and, you know, bouncing around with Clinton all over the place in hotel rooms doing all the work. So I move on a laptop. Use Logic and Pro Tools. These are instruments over here. We got, you know, Spanish guitar, regular steel, electric guitar. I ain't super nice on the guitar, but I just put it up and do what I have to do. These are the horns, because I'm a professional horn man. You understand? This is soprano, the Kenny G joint. So that's that one. That's the alto, the tenor. That's the, you know, the big one. That's the boot. My little, you know, plexiglass building thing, little home studio thing, you know, and a flag. So that's the setup. This is why I make all the magic when I'm up here in Boston. So thanks for joining me. You're rocking with your boy Kamau, producer, saxophonist, soca artist, engineer. Large up every man every time. Bigging up dancehallsoca.com.